My daughter was doing homework when she suddenly said, "My teacher told me you making me have a bedtime is child abuse." I laughed. "Well, I hope your silk pillows don't hit too hard." Kyla put down her pencil and crossed her arms. "I'm serious. Mrs. Langley says kids should decide when they're tired. She says bedtimes are narcissistic parents trying to control us, not love us." Kyla was 7. Mrs. Langley was her new second grade teacher. Teacher of the year 2 years running. "Bedtime is 8:30, I said. Same as always. Kyla's face twisted with rage. She pushed back from the kitchen table and tried to stand, but her legs buckled and she hit the ground tiles hard. I rushed over, scooped her up, and carried her back to her wheelchair. You see, Kyla was born with a spinal condition. She'd been in the chair since she was 4. Most days she accepted it, but sometimes her body still tried to do what it couldn't. "I hate this," she sobbed. "I hate that I can't even go to my room when I'm mad like a normal kid. Baby, Mrs. Langley says I already have enough limitations. She says you adding more rules is cruel." She wheeled herself to her room, slammed the door so hard the pictures rattled. The next week, Kyla refused dinner. Mrs. Langley says forcing kids to eat is abuse. She says I should control what goes into my body since I can't control anything else. I stared at her. "It's chicken Alfredo, your favorite," she scoffed. Mrs. Langley says parents use food as power. She says, "You probably like that I need you for everything." I felt like I'd been punched. "Kyla, I would give anything for you to walk." Mrs. Langley says you wouldn't. She says some parents like their kids being helpless. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I emailed the principal, requested a meeting. At it, I was told Mrs. Langley was beloved and gifted with special needs students. The conference was even worse. Mrs. Langley sat across from me. "Kyla's such a brave girl. I just want her to feel empowered. Children with disabilities have every choice made for them. I encourage independence." She told me I enjoy the fact she's disabled. I spat. Mrs. Langley tilted her head. "Children project their frustrations. It's not personal." I looked at her with one question on my mind. Why was she so focused on my daughter? 2 weeks later, Kyla stopped saying I love you. Mrs. Langley says forced affection is manipulation. She says I don't owe you anything just because you push my chair. I wanted to cry. Then Kyla started coming home with gifts. A stuffed rabbit, a locket with a photo of her and Mrs. Langley inside, a journal that said free thoughts on the cover. She gives them to me when I have hard days. I looked at Kyla. "Why are you having hard days?" "Because I live here." I went to the principal again, showed the gifts, the locket. "Mrs. Langley supports struggling students. It's why parents love her." I was in disbelief. Something is wrong. Why is she this involved? With my daughter specifically. The principal's face tightened. "Be careful with accusations, ma'am." Then CPS was called. 2 women were suddenly standing at my door with clipboards. "We've received reports about your daughter Kyla. Emotional abuse, neglect, using her disability to control." My eyes went wide. "Who filed these?" "That's confidential." The caseworkers came in and rummaged through the whole house, tore down pictures of my mother who died of cancer, took photos of everything, even my private medication cabinet. They interviewed Kyla alone. I could hear her through the wall. "She screams at me, takes away my wheelchair to punish me," Kyla cried. My mouth was hanging open. None of it was true. "These are serious allegations," the caseworker said. I was about to lose my child. That night, I found Kyla by the front door with a packed bag. "What are you doing?" "Mrs. Langley says if the house becomes toxic, I can live with her." Kyla wouldn't even look at me. "She says she'll foster me. She says disabled kids deserve parents who see them as gifts, not burdens." I wanted to cry. She was speaking the way no 7-year-olds do, using words clearly taught by Mrs. Langley. That night, I called my lawyer, told her everything. Find out who this woman really is. The next 2 days were the most painful of my life. Kyla kept wanting to leave, kept using coached phrases like gaslighting or narcissistic parenting. I had to physically barricade her window because I caught her, trying to climb through without her wheelchair. But then finally, the background check came back. Mrs. Langley, real name Margaret Linden, lost custody of her own children 9 years ago. Emotional manipulation, creating dependency, isolating them from their father. She'd moved states, changed her name, became a teacher specializing in disabled children. In the last 2 years, 2 other students had been removed from homes after her reports. Both times she'd applied to foster them. Both times got denied when her history surfaced. She'd targeted kids in wheelchairs who already felt trapped. Kids desperate for someone to say, "You deserve freedom." I realized with horror that Kyla was attempt number 3. I brought everything to the principal. Mrs. Langley was removed that afternoon. Kyla came home furious. "What did you do? Where is she?" I sat on the floor so we were eye level. "She wasn't trying to help you, baby. She was trying to take you." I showed her the papers. Kyla's face crumpled as she read. She said my chair made me special to her. She collapsed into me.